Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to talk about the liquid platinum cars, also known as Sonic Silver, and that is paint code 1J2. So I'm going to go ahead and get through my notes here, and I will of course share with you the production on the spreadsheet as we go along here. So worldwide, of the liquid platinum cars, there's 257 cars, which is only 5% of the total production as far as color goes for this. It actually makes it the sixth most common color, even though there's only 5%, because once you get outside of the black, white, and atomic silver, which is the goldish silver, that's in excess of 60% of the cars were those three colors. And actually 54% were either black or white. So anyway, getting down to that, 5%. So by market, 153 out of those 257, which is the bulk of them, went to the US 49 states. None in Hawaii, none in Canada, none in Guam, 2 for Puerto Rico, 73 in Japan, 9 for Australia, none in New Zealand, none in Hong Kong, 6 Europe left-hand drive, 3 Europe right-hand drive, 4 for the Gulf Corporation Council, the GCC, 2 for general markets, which is everything outside of these, and 5 pre-production or unknown otherwise cars. So jumping into those 153 US market cars, I call it the US 49 because the Hawaiian market is different, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam. So jumping into those 153 US market cars, 12 had LA10 interior, which is white. That was only offered on the 16 and 17 models. 91 had LA20 black interior, and 49 had LA30 red interior, with one 2020 having the LA03, which is the black and white interior that only was offered on the 2020s, at least in the US market, North American market. So that 2020 liquid platinum with the black and white interior, that's a true one-of-one car. It's the only car in liquid platinum that had that interior. And it's the only one for 2020 too, but yeah, it's the only car that has that interior. And so jumping down further into year, 2016, out of those 153, 116 of them out of the 17 cars, or 8%, were liquid platinum. 11 had white, 69 had black, 36 had red interior. 2017, there were 14 out of the 342 cars produced that year, or only about 4%. One had white, 8 had black, 5 had red. So that 2017 with the white interior, that's a true one-of-one car as well for that year. 2018, there were about 9 cars out of 169, which is 2018 being the lowest production year for the US 49. That's about 5% of the cars were liquid platinum for 2018. 5 had black interior, 4 had red interior. So again, pretty low production. 2018s are the lowest. They don't come up for sale very often, so it's really hard to judge when you get to values and things like that too. On to 2019, 7 cars out of the 233 made that year, or even less, 3% of the total production was liquid platinum. 4 had black interior, 3 had red interior. So 2020, there were again 7 cars out of the 186 that were made for that year, and that had 5 black, 1 red, and 1 with white and black interior, making the latter 2 true one-of-one cars. So that means 2020 with liquid platinum, red interior, one-of-one. 2020, liquid platinum, white and black, one-of-one car. So out of the 153 cars, there's only 76 left that have clean title, no accidents, which is only about 49% of the cars left as clean title, no accidents in liquid platinum. And the average for the other colors I'm seeing is usually between 52 and 53%, something along those lines. 35 have 1 accident or damage reported that still have clean titles. 14 have 2 accidents with still a clean title. 6 have 3 accidents, and 2 have 4 accidents or more and still somehow have a clean title. 1 was exported to Taiwan when it was brand new. Otherwise, there's only 7 that have been exported after buying them from a salvage title auction. And so out of any of the ones that have a salvage title, there's only 1 that's actually rebuilt right now and back on the roads in the US that I can tell right now. There's still 2 there's still two that exist that have never been titled. One is a 2016 in New York, so it may be stuffed in somebody's collection. There is a possibility that it could have been exported somewhere, but it's not likely, because usually there's export records, things like that, unless it was smuggled out, which I'm not getting into that. That's another story. So yeah, this one's in 2016 in New York. It's probably in somebody's collection. And then the other one is a 2020 in Texas, here in Texas, that has 25,000 miles, but has somehow never been titled, never been registered. So I don't know, it's the reason I know it has 25,000 miles is through the service history at the Lexus dealer that you can pull publicly online. It does have some notes in the service history that there's damage on the trunk, the hood, the front bumper, but it's still technically an accident-free, never titled car, and it was not owned or delivered to Lexus when it was brand new. So it's an individual's car that's just chosen never to title it. Either that, you know, they're riding dirty or what have you, but anyway. And so finally, there's only 26 cars left out of these 153, or 17%, that are with their original owners. And that's a true one-owner car. I'm also counting those two that are never titled. Of those 26, only 13%, or about 8% of all liquid platinum cars for the US, are one-owner, no accident cars that still exist as of June 2025. So again, if you come across one of these in the wild or even for sale, it's a pretty rare car. You're not going to find very many liquid platinums that come up for sale. And those of you that have been looking for a GS-F know this, that the bulk of them, as I talked about earlier, the bulk of them are black, white, or atomic silver, which is the three most common colors. So anyway, that's what I've got for you today. You know, if you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. I'm working my way through all 11 colors that are offered on the Lexus GS-F, and we've got 3 more left to go. We've got atomic silver, caviar, and ultra white left to go. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.